next on Airwolf.
Can you share highlights of working with the stunt doubles?
Early on, there were a few times when we were in the choppers flying. One would obviously be a stuntman and the other would be the character. Or they also used Reid and Chad interchangeably for Jan. Jan almost never did the flyby stuff. But Deborah would go in for me. Peter McKernan Jr. often got dressed up as me. I didn't see this, but I have heard tell that even Kevin LaRosa with his mustache played me one time with a wig. So if we were out there, some of that would also be happening. They would schedule that in the day. So Deborah is Debbi Davison, and she and I were really good friends. She was the closest to me in terms of hair. She didn't have to wear a wig because we went to the same hairdresser and had our hair cut and colored exactly the same. So we were a very good physical match for each other. Debbi became my main double, and she was like Chad, like Reid. They were on set all the time. I actually had 3 women double me. In Sweet Britches, Desiree was doubling me in that, getting thrown into the truck and all that. That's when Peter McKernan Jr. doubled me in the police uniform in Sweet Britches. Ron and I became great friends. Ron Stein, the stunt coordinator, and a couple of the stunt men, when they were throwing me in that truck, one of the guys had said, this is how it's going to happen. This is what it's going to look like. But I am going to have the back of your head, and I'm going to have, I guess it was my left upper thigh area. And that's how they were going to throw me. And they did throw me in the truck. I think that they also did it with my stunt double, Desiree. I think she's the one that they also threw very hard in the truck. But they also had footage of me being thrown in the truck. They did it for real, and I remember thinking, oh, this is going to be a tough show. I'm going to be black and blue doing the show. But it was all great, and it was great fun. And working with the stuntmen and actually getting in there and doing it. Ron was always saying, we don't have to go much further than this because Debbi or Desiree or somebody's going to come in and actually do this stuff. And I was like, well, I want it to look as real as possible because I know you're cutting in for close-ups on all of this stuff. So we worked really well together. So for preparation, I did a lot of running then. I jogged, I ran, I played tennis. So I was pretty agile. And then Ron taught me all the rest of it. Anything I had to do, a kick, the side kicks. I was disappointed. There was an episode, it was Horn of Plenty. When I save Hawk, there was a kick in that. And I kicked to the side, and then I think he falls against the wall and slides down. And I did a really good kick, and I was really proud of myself. And then when I saw the show itself, they had Debbi. They had her kick in there. And the one thing that she did that I didn't do, which is maybe why they used it, is I didn't quite grab him quick enough, and so he actually slid down the wall and thumped on the ground. But it worked, and it was Chad. It wasn't Jan getting thumped on the ground. So I thought that's the one they should have used, but I think they used one with Debbi and Chad, and she cradled him and, very carefully slid him down the wall. I think she thought, Caitlin wouldn't let him just fall to the ground. But in my take with Chad, he fell to the ground, as it should be. Airwolf will continue.